Today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the Division Heartland. Today we got an article from clutchpoints.com and we're going to be discussing, like I said, everything we know about the Division Heartland. The article was written by Jesse Cortez. It's about a 4-minute read for you guys, and let's get right into it. Starts by saying back in 2021 reported about Ubisoft's upcoming free-to-play Division game Heartland during the Ubisoft Forward held last September 10th, 2022. We also got the first glimpse of what Heartland will be like. Now, in the recently concluded Division Day showcase, Ubisoft gave us more information about the game. Here's everything we know about the Division Heartland, its release date, beta dates, and gameplay, and more. For starters, Heartland will retain the franchise's survival action multiplayer shooter gameplay. Players take control of agents from the fictional Division, a group of sleeper agents activated after the dollar flu pandemic. Instead of fighting in the streets of New York or Washington, D.C., the locations of the first and second Division game, however, the game takes place in Silver Creek, a town located in American Midwest. Once a pleasant town, it is now in ruins after being ravaged by the pandemic. As loyal Division agents, it is the player's job to respond to calls from help coming up from Silver Creek. The recently released cinematic intro embedded above gave us more information about the game's story. Players help out fellow Division agent Mackenzie Reed. Reed was originally stationed in Boston, however, when Commander Killian Tower went rogue and killed her team, she started chasing him down. Following his trail of blood, they ended up in Silver Creek, where for some reason the dollar flu acts differently. Not only that, but the Tower's also amassing of an army of Reapers. You, the player, must help Reed get to the bottom of things and uncover the town's secrets. While exploring Silver Creek, players will be fighting alongside other Division agents as well as against agents who have gone rogue. Rogue agents are a recurring gameplay mechanic from previous Division games where agents take down other agents. It is unknown if these rogue agents will be AI controlled or if players may also go rogue. Either way, this helps introduce a new mechanic to those new to the franchise. A recent developer deep dive gave us more information about the gameplay players can expect in Heartland. For starters, as mentioned above, Heartland will retain most of the gameplay mechanics from previous Division games. This includes the third-person cover shooter mechanics, looting, missions, and more. Additionally, Heartland will introduce more survival mechanics, namely hydration. Before going out of town, players must prepare their go bags with items ranging from ammunition to bottles of water. Water is important as if the players become dehydrated, they will receive a hit on their mobility, stamina, and more. Additionally, Silver Creek will have moving circles where the virus is extra strong. Similar to the contaminated zones in the previous Division games, these cycles whittle down on the player's gas mask filter. Staying inside these zones without a gas mask will be fatal to the player. However, diving into these zones could yield a high rarity gear and materials. As such, players will have to weigh the pros and cons of entering said zones. They also talked about the rocket rink, the base of operations for the game. Players will be spending a lot of time there, rebuilding it as well as socializing there with other players. Here, players can prepare their go bags, manufacture gear, form groups, take missions, and more. They also brought up the game's 3 classes: Weapon Expert, Medic, and Survivalist. Similar to the specialization from previous games, this lets players match their skill to their playstyle. Each of these classes has a passive and active skill. The Weapon Expert, for example, marks enemies after shooting them with a firearm and then can deploy assault turrets. The Survivalist, on the other hand, can detect nearby loot while crouching and can also deploy a UAV drone that scans for enemies nearby. Players can freely switch between classes while in the base of operations. Speaking of which, Heartland will be a standalone, free-to-play the Division game. People who want to check the franchise out can therefore use this as their entry into the franchise. Should they like Heartland, they are free to try out the other paid games themselves. If the players just want to stick to Heartland, that's fine as well. Development of Heartland is led by Redstorm, the developers who have been working on the Division since the first game. The game will be available in 2022-2023 on PC, consoles, and cloud. Players interested in signing up for the Division Heartland closed beta test can sign up on the official website, and I think it's linked in the article, so I'll put that in the description for you guys. If chosen, the player will receive 5 additional invites that they can give to their friends to try out the game with them. And then it says that's everything they know about it, so I just want to share my thoughts as well. I think I'm actually very excited for a free-to-play Division game. I remember playing the first one heavily with friends, and it was just so much fun. It was kind of like an intro to that first extraction shooter genre with the zones where actual players can fight you. But this one sounds kind of like if you took the Division and then the setting of Far Cry 5, like in the Midwest, It almost sounds like they're trying to go for like a little bit of a DayZ experience too, as well as like having to focus on hydration, and you have to pack a bag before you go. And it sounds very much like an extraction game in a sense, which has me really excited because the Division before was kind of like that, but I mean, it was almost, the old ones played a little bit more like kind of like what you did in Destiny, but this one definitely sounds more like, what you bring in is what you need to come back with. Also, what you find out there is what you can bring back, and that has me really excited. Extraction games with this combat could be a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to see when we can get our hands on it. I definitely am going to take the opportunity to sign up for the beta code. Maybe if we get it, we can give out some codes to you guys. But like I said, I'll put the link for that in the description as well. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know if you guys are excited for the Division Heartland. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you want to stay up to date on all the latest gaming news we cover, as well as just turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. As always, my name is Ross, and I will see you guys in the next video.